The other day, I made a video showcasing the VZ55 and its overall capabilities, asking the question if it was worth the grind, or you should go for a more conventional heavy like the IS-7, 60TP, you know, the classics. Now, personally, I do believe that the VZ55 is quite a well-balanced vehicle after the changes that it has received. It features incredible levels of penetration, a high chunk of alpha damage, and decent mobility, enough to get the job done. Because of that, it creates a very enjoyable playstyle. There's really never a situation that I'm in with the VZ where I feel out of my comfort zone. Sure, there might be some situations where you're up against tanks that hit harder, or you're up against tanks that have more damage per minute than you. But with 7 degrees of gun depression, you can work the majority of ridge lines in front of you. With the decent mobility, you're never going to be the slowest into the fight. And with your incredible turret armor paired with an impervious upper plate, it means that for the majority of situations you play in, you'll still at least bounce 500 to 1500 damage a game. Overall, the VZ55 it's great, actually. I'm very happy that Wargaming has balanced this tank properly. And the special mechanic, while not amazing, does feature some decent capabilities, especially if you're not moving very fast. The mechanic makes your accuracy instantaneous, essentially. If you're not going above 15 kilometers per hour and you have taken the time to aim in, your aiming circle will not bloom when you turn the tank to the left or to the right. That is a really, really beneficial situation, especially if you're shooting at a medium tank that's very quickly running across or something like that. It's going to give you a big advantage for the VZ. So in our first battle, we are up against 2 decent players, so we'll see what happens there. And it does not look like my team is going to be heading over towards base A. Now that's unfortunate. What's even more unfortunate is seeing our concept in 50B. Okay, well the 50B is smart. That concept, he might regret life in a moment here because he appears to be going alone. Yep, there is what I expected to be vehicles crossing. We got the VK90 and there you go. Nice shot into the VK72 for 500. I'll take it. We didn't even get detected, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I pretty much expected their entire team to cross this. Just kind of predictable. Not much you can do about it. Now, the Chieftain Mark 6, I don't know if that player's going to cross. But I would suspect that he's going to sit in that bush. Let's see if we get spotted. Interesting. We actually didn't get spotted. Alright, well, the concept is going to need help. And the Vickers is going to die, so that's all good stuff so far. Alright, there you go. We got the VK72, and wow, that shell just... I don't know what it did, but it did not do what I wanted it to. But the good news is that we are able to hold this quite easily. I don't really think these players over here are going to be able to push this unless they're going to have to dig me out. We can see the enemy Chieftain playing very aggressive off to the side, and I'm not too worried. I'm just going to keep holding this. Yeah, there you go. We got the VK, easy shell, and great example of the spaced armor on this vehicle. Look at that, the 50B just got nuked because I got vehicles above me. So all our concept has to do is hold that. We can keep holding this over here. Should be able to get out some decent bounces, possibly. Don't know how much I trust the pen, but it's fine. Look at that. Hit the roof of my hatch, did not pen. So we are easily holding this line right now. No troubles whatsoever. The concept, he's struggling a bit. I will admit that. Concept is definitely struggling. But at this point, it appears that the VK72 has decided trying to hold this line is no longer a viable solution. And yeah, it's ended up working out pretty well for us. Something else that's pretty strong about the VZ is it's actually pretty heavy, as we can see. Pretty good at ramming. Nice 580 damage shot out there. We do get shot by the 50B, but not too worried. We're just going to keep at a face hug with this player and back up. Nice shell overmatching his engine, or not his engine, his upper plate. Unfortunately, does look like our concept might get cleared here. Yeah, but actually, wait, we might. Yeah, we got a nice shot out. It low rolled big time, but we still helped him, and we're up to 2,600. Now, that's not an insane amount of damage, but we've been able to support our team, which is always very, very important. Now we're going to aim it on the back of the AMX 50B, and oh yeah, 616 slap-a-rooney into his vehicle, bringing us up to 3,300 damage. See, this is a great example of why the VZ55 is strong, because the hull down capabilities are great. If I was in a tank that didn't have a lot of gun depression, it might have been very hard to work that position I was in. But because we had that gun depression, we were able to hold it quite easily. And even though we were up against two very solid players, like this VK72, there's just not much that this player can do in this kind of situation up against us. We still have a lot of health left. Got the 50B off to the side, but I could really care less about the 50B right now. We're just going to jump right down, get a nice shell into the VK. Now he's got a damaged ammo rack, so we're just going to roll all the way off to his side. We're going to actually pretend like we're going to go over here. Then we're going to put on the speed and bonk him right in the turret cheek. Thank you very much. Just like that, a super easy win. This was a good battle. Pretty great game, actually, to showcase the VZ in the first game alone. We were able to pull out over 4,000 damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 4,686 damage. This will be an ace, and there you go. Block 1,700. In fact, when we were hull down, we didn't bleed a single hit point. It's a great showcase of the armor this vehicle has. I like how we get a thumbs down from... I don't even know who that guy is. Is that the chieftain that we killed? It is the chieftain. Well... maybe you shouldn't, like, YOLO and then expect to get away with it. I don't know. Either way, this is a play to lose, so we're going to keep going until we lose. That was one good battle, but it only takes one bad battle to end the video. So I guess we'll see. I love water. Do any of you out there like warm water? If you do, you're weird. I'm just going to say it now. If you like warm water, you're a weirdo. My dad likes warm soda, and sometimes I don't even know what to say. It's just weird. It's just nasty. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't have, like, I can drink like warm water or warm soda if it's the only thing available. Like if I was in a desert and it was the only thing in front of me for, I don't know, 100 miles and I needed it to survive, sure, I'll drink warm water. But if I'm at a house and they have ice cubes, I'm not drinking that warm water. It's just nasty, nasty. I think they should make a rule that, like, water fountains in schools have to be chilled water. Like, oh, that would be so good. Either way, maybe, just maybe we'll get into a battle here. It's pretty late, to be fair. It's 3:20 in the morning. Now, that does entail that some of our teams may be a little goofy tonight. Yesterday, I did a live stream starting at 3, and wow, our teams were pretty bad. Like, really bad. I think I still did find about 3,500 or so average, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Just some pretty dookie teams. You know what also is dookie? Us waiting in the matchmaker. I hope we don't fight those Nox guys again. It's not that I'm worried about losing. It's more the fact that I don't want to have to actually try hard every game we play, and I'd rather just chill, showcase the tank's capabilities, and have a fun time. Oh, there you go. We did indeed get a game, and sweet. We have that chieftain who YOLO'd last game on our team now. We'll see if he does that same thing again. We have 3 TDs up against us, one of which is a 183. Then we got a V4 and a T110E3. Okay. Well, we are going to see where our team goes. I think it's also interesting to see that our chieftain is running armor instead of hit points. For any chieftain players out there, do not run armor on the tank. It does not have good armor. Like, the way I think of the armor buff is if it makes your weak spots better. This tank's weak spots, lower plate, terrible. Hatch, really bad. Those weak spots are always going to be a problem whether you put enhanced armor on or you don't. So because of that, I'd rather have the extra HP. On a counter argument, the Object 268 version 4, which has really, really solid armor and doesn't have major weak spots, giving it more armor is a flat buff to the tank rather than giving it more HP, because the armor will help you get more bounces and help you live longer in the long run. Now, I usually like to go mid, and we can see that going mid definitely would have been nice this game, but it's not going to stop us from getting a nice bonk into the chieftain. Having 470 damage is pretty nice, I'm not going to lie. Like, being able to just chunk people always feels super, super nice. We got the chieftain. Great example of the chieftain's terrible side armor. And that chieftain player appears to be running armor as well. Just, again, great example of why you don't run armor on the chieftain Mark 6. So the chieftain's backing up. We get another shell into his vehicle. Just like that, we have already violated that player. And, oh boy, now we got a Karo on our side. Well, we'll see what happens here. That Karo's looking at us, but I doubt that Karo will be looking at us when the 183 is going to roll around the corner there. So we'll wait. Let's just, yeah, there you go. Yeah, not having too much fun anymore, are you, Caro? Nice 600 roll into his vehicle. Our team does get a clear, but our 183 is making some mighty misplays. Alright, let's reload, back up, and... went low. That's really unfortunate. I'm going to start backing up. I think that T-110E3 is going to roll around this corner. Our 183 is also going to die, which is not good. This is not a good team right now. Let's see what we're able to do, though. Our team is getting some decent clears on the other side. Let's see. Interesting. I don't know where the E3... Oh, there's the E3. Opened my mouth. I don't know where the E3 went. Right in front. But we got a very important clear on the enemy FV2 and 5B 183. Our Kron still has 1,000 health left. And that's enough to hold. You know, if our Kron gets in a decent position... and possibly I can bonk a shell. There you go. Nice 460 into the E3. We didn't bleed anything, so that's just a flat dub. The E3 shot, and that was a big mistake from this player, because now we're going to aim in on his armor, and we're going to load a premium shell. I can't tell you how many times I've been trolled with the lower plate of the T-110E3. It's just not worth it to troll, especially when I can load a premium shell and guarantee the pen. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to load in another gold shell, finish off the E3. We can see the very solid gun characteristics of this vehicle. .344 dispersion is surprisingly good, and it will allow you to get some decent pens into your opponents at really any distance. So we get a nice shot. V4 is probably going to get bonked. Oh, no, it actually doesn't get penned by the Ag. Honestly, a little surprised. Let's see. Are we going to be able to hit the V4? Yes, we are. 452 damage shot into his tank. Just like that, we have our second victory. That Caro does not like me, I can tell you that for a fact. But do I care? No. That Caro is not going to be able to do anything. In fact, if he pokes again, I'm going to load an HE shell into his vehicle. I mean, I like how he's trying to run, but where are you going to run? That was not bad. Our team did a good job pushing on base D while I held with the Kron and a little bit of support with the Yag later in the battle to win. You always need to make sure that both flanks are covered. If you push and everybody on your team pushes and then you get flanked from the rear, if you can't keep on pushing, or some of your teammates, like, if everybody ideally, let's say 7 tanks on Himmelsdorf, all immediately sent heavy side, you'd probably win every time. Like, no matter what, if every single team you ever had YOLO'd immediately one side of the map once they all got together, there's no way you'd win, because everybody on that side of the map would get instantly steamrolled. Even if it was like a 5 versus 7 situation, the 5 tanks should still realistically lose against the 7, and you'd always win. But the thing is that you can't trust teammates. So what usually happens is me being a good player wants to do an aggressive push, but I can't do it alone. I'm not going to be the first guy to drive over the ridge if nobody's going to support me. That's the problem. So if everybody went at the same time, nobody would die because everybody would equally take shots. That's what comp pushes are. When you see comp teams make plays, they make them as a team, they play together, and that's why they make pushes. But that doesn't happen in pubs, obviously. So technically, if your whole team pushed together, it would always be a win. But this is Blitz, where you can't trust teammates. When the average player on your team is sitting at 50 to 45% win rate, I'm not even calling them out, but it's more the fact that I'm not going to trust my tank's HP and survivability on the hope that they are going to cover, push, and pen their shots. That's something you always got to keep in mind. All right, here we are. Now, because we have 7 degrees of gun depression, we should be able to work mid-hill. Unfortunately, we have a stock ST1. That is about as bad as you can get in terms of luck. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just unfortunate. Okay, well, we have a 183. They have a 183. They have a V4 and a T30. Oh boy, T30. We are definitely in a disadvantage for our tanks compared to theirs. I mean, we should be all right, but it's really going to depend on how this game goes. But we're literally down a tank compared to their team. Alright, well, you know what I'm going to try and do? I'm going to try and cap the space, because this is... Oh, interesting. Alright. Well, I'm still going to try and cap the space. Okay, we didn't get spotted. Nice. Oh, no, we did now. Now I'm backing up. Yep, I knew it. Yep. This is World of Tanks Blitz for you, where everybody camps sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes people just camp. I knew the 183 was going to shoot at me. He's all the way in the back corner. I just really wanted the cap base B, because, Please, please cap A. If our team caps A, we'll be up on base cap. But capping base B is almost a guaranteed win. Because if you get it, what's the enemy going to do? They're not going to push up on the base. They're screwed at that point. Okay, well, we can see the enemy team is flexing off to the side. We got some vehicles. Ah, that was a unfortunate shot. Our shell velocity was not as fast as I thought it was. The reason I'm not poking, they have a tank. Oh, yep, there he is. The 183. There you go. Nice shot. Bounces me. Hopefully our team clears that 183. Oh boy, this is not looking great. Oh, and they got the T30 in the back too. Wow. Well, there goes our 113 GFT. That player just killed himself, really. Alright, let's back up. See if we can possibly shoot the 121B or something like that. Let's see. We got the 121B. Come on, poke me. Not a great maneuver from that player. Not sure why you would trade 325 for 400 and whatever, but you do you. We got a little bit longer of a reload before we can poke again. Let's just stay below our speed, and okay. The V4 did get bled quite a bit, and we still have actually a full health, 60 TP, so that's good news. I'm going to push up this hill, and... come on, really? That's super disappointing. I mean, our team is making good work of him, but, I mean, he might have been dead right now if that had not have happened. So let's try again. There you go. Well, at least we got it out. That player is obviously no longer alive. 183 is still in mid, and we're going to see if we can do anything to his vehicle. And there you go. Nice bonk. 522. Please don't do a classic NA maneuver and drive up. All right. The super conk shot. So we're going to poke the 183 again. And there you go. Nice shot. Again. We do get penned by the skunk, but our 60 TP, it's kind of a weird one right now. I mean... let's see. Let's see if we can get a shell into the skunk. Nope, unfortunate. But the T30 is a one-shot. Oh, boy, but our 60's just throwing. Oh, why, bro? Why would you do that? Yeah, he's definitely throwing. All right, well, let's aim it on the V4. There you go. Nice shot, 450 damage. We brought him down to a one-shot, which is obviously pretty important. And then our 60 says nubs. Ah, yes. The player who kills himself for no beneficial reason then says noobs to everybody. Classic. There's the T30. Can't do anything to that player, and that's the problem. Come on, reload. Okay, good. T30's dead. Got the super conk rolling off to our side, and let's just see if we can hatch him. There you go. Nice. That was really important. Back up. One thing I will say about this tank that is very poor is the reverse speed. It is super duper slow reverse. But we have enough health to take a shot from the skunk. So realistically, there you go. That's the advantage of having high pen APCR right there, ladies and gents. It's the fact that I can cut through enemy armor like butter. So I am... oh boy. Well, hopefully our teammate's able to finish that player off. Yeah! Please, please, Chieftain Pennon. Of course you throw it. Why wouldn't you? Of course. Well, let's see what we can do here. We got the V4 off to the side. I'm hoping... oh boy, I'm just really praying that our WZ doesn't throw this, to be honest. Could be a very, very quick loss. Nice! That was super duper important. Yeah, that's never gonna pen. Let's see, is the skunk still over here? He is, okay. Oh, please. Oh, come on. That's so disappointing. Alright, well. That's really bad. There you go. Nice. Okay, we're up on base cap. Hold. Okay. I'm gonna cap the base, and we could win. That WZ actually helped us out big time because he was able to bait that player out. Oh, please don't go, WZ. If he dies, he's gonna die. He's gonna throw it. Please don't. Please don't. Bro, what an aper. Thank God. I'm gonna be honest. That WZ right there, he almost lost us that game. Like, seriously. When I tell you to hold, it's not because, like, I don't want you to not get damage out. It's because of the fact that if you die, we lose on base capture due to supremacy. Crazy thought process, right? Why risk throwing the game? I mean, you did 700. Yeah. Point proven. But seriously, like, why risk throwing the game for 90 or whatever the HP was, what was it, 170 the V4 had, when you could have just sat in cover, waited for him to make a poke, and killed him. You gain nothing. When you are up on base cap, you are putting the pressure on your opponents. You literally gain nothing playing aggressive. Nothing. The only time you should be playing aggressive is when you are forced and pressured by cap. But let's not talk about our previous games. Let's see what we can do in our next game on Dynasty's Pearl. Up against us, we have a bunch of takes, 7 to be exact. A lot of you might not know this, but I don't read lineups most of the time, to be completely real. I feel like, for me, reading lineups doesn't do much. Like, yes, if you see they have a 183, it's beneficial. But you still don't know where they're camping, but it is a good barometer to just know where a 183 could be. But I usually literally just, when tanks get spotted, I shoot at them. That how my brain works. So we got the 200 right in the front, and let's do the 40% shot. Okay, 40% or RNG. There you go. That's what happens. Why bother aiming in and skill? Why bother with any of that when I can just hit the hatch of a tank that I shouldn't even be able to? I don't even know how it hit him, to be honest. You see, now this is not looking great for our team here. Their team is playing quite aggressive. Come on. See, I get a beautiful shot on the side of his tank. I aim it in properly, everything, and then it misses. I hit the first shot, which I shouldn't have hit, and then that one, which I should, just goes very, very anger-inducing. Oh, I was about to say he shot through my turret, but no, he hit my hatch. We can see it on the viewport. A little unfortunate, but not much I can really do about it. That shell went just about an inch above his hatch. Now, this game is not looking good, mainly because of the fact that our team is camping. Behind me, specifically. And while that's going on, their team is playing rather aggressive off to the side. There you go. Well, I got a shell into the 907, which was pretty important, to be real. Well, 183 HE, just HEs him. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. Oh, wow. Okay, this is looking really bad. Like, really bad. Alright, let's start backing up. Let's just start weaseling our way on back. Our 183 appears to be oblivious of what's going on. Oh, never mind. He's not oblivious. We're screwed, is what we are. Alright, well, let me aim it on the tight. It just... I can't sometimes. Alright, well, I can't do anything about the tight behind me. So we are going to miss the 907 turret. Thanks. Woo! I love Blitz! Such a fun game. Alright, well. Nothing I can really do right now. Let's just see if we can finish off the 907. Actually, we're not dead yet. Oh my god, we're not dead yet. Oh my god. How are we not dead? What was this game? What was this game? We're not gonna win, though. Pretty confident in that, to be real. Let's see. Got the type off to the side. Can we slap the type? Oh, there you go. We get a pen. We back up. He doesn't shoot us. Oh, but the 4005 screwing me, bro. You're just gonna leave me. And then we're gonna get pushed by the Caro, most likely. Let's see. Just gonna wait for it. Just keep on backing up. That's all I can do. Will our 4005 kill him? Please. He does. He does indeed kill him. Oh my god. How did we win this? How did we win this? I'm going to be honest, I really expected this to be a loss, which you guys did probably too. How did we win this? I can't. We did 3K. There you go. That wasn't the VZ's fault that that game ended up being like that. Our gun trolled us a little bit there, but it wasn't even that. Just let's just go into another game. I'm not explaining that game because nothing makes sense in that battle. Our 183 just died for no reason. He played over aggressive and then died. Our 4202 was doing good, but the STB went heavy side and ditched him. And then we had a bunch of other tanks behind me that didn't help me either. 4005 decided he was going to leave me so that he could go fight the type, even though realistically the smartest decision for that 4005 would have been to sit behind me, wait for the car to YOLO, let me pen a shot, finish him off, and then wait for the type to push me as well. Again, we just went over this with the 113 GFT game. Why are we YOLOing and playing aggressive when we are the ones that are most likely going to get pushed? It's the same thing as always, but we won. Somehow, I don't know how. That type bounced me on the rear with one of the shots he fired, and because of that, we were able to live. We got kind of lucky that I was able to squeeze through, shoot the 907, and make my way in. 3 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. Looks like we were in queue, and, what? Oh my god. Well, looks like we were in queue and then just randomly loaded in the battle. And what is our team doing this battle? I have no clue. Okay then, thank you, Wargaming. Amazing game. Yeah, literally just sitting staring at queue for like a solid 3 minutes, and then it says disconnected from server. Okay. Great game, as usual. I have no complaints here about World of Tanks Blitz. MMO. Alright, well... it looks like we are winning. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of damage out, but if we win this, that's all that we care about for today's video. So we're going to see if we can do just exactly that. Hello, E6. And the nice thing about obviously having alpha damage is that we can just outtrade this vehicle. We're going to back on up now. We kind of baited him a bit, which gave us just a little bit longer to reload. Bye. Alright, well this will be a win. I like how the game that I'm AFK for the first chunk of the battle is... not a guaranteed win, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to push up. That Yag being in the position he was last spotted in is just not it, Chief. Our Yag, you know, we might not win this. Our team is making some real dumb plays. Why would you, as a Yag, sit in the open, showing your entire lower plate to the enemy Yag? Now the E100's going this way. Bruh, I'm like a ping pong ball here. Going left, right, center. I mean, if the E100's going to push in through center, I'm going to try and get some shots out. So we'll see if I can. Yeah, now they're all pushing over here. Alright, let's see. There's the E100. There you go. Easy shot and a nice roll of 500 into his turret. Okay, I mean, we're getting some damage out, which is always important. Let's see. 26H just going to YOLO. Interesting decision. Okay. Well, you do you. See if I can maybe... No, not able to get... Oh, actually. Come on. We're so close. We're so... Oh. Sag. Yeah, we still could lose this very easily. I mean, I don't know what the hell our team was doing here. Yep, and there goes our Yag getting shot in the side. Okay, then. Let's see, is E100 going to poke this? There you go. Nice shot into the Foch. Alright, well, our E100's still healthy, which is good news. But for how long is a different question. And the Foch kills my teammate. Nothing I can do about that. Let's back on up, see if we can get a shell into the E100 crossing. There you go. Nice 458 slap. Now we're going to chill right here. Let the Yag off to our side. And he bonks my teammate, which is not good. Really? The E100 was right... Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, this is not looking like a win. I'm gonna be real. This is... Oh, yep. Okay. Okay. Well, E100's gonna be rushed by that Foch any moment. And he's too oblivious to, like, realize that. There you go. Nice shot. Alright, let's just chill here. It's winnable, but, highly doubt. Let's reload. Oh, the Foch missed. Oh my god. Alright, well we got a shell into the Foch. The problem is base cap. There's nothing I can do about the base cap. Come on, Foch, poke it. Oh. Come on. Okay, good. We reset the cap by 50. Alright, now we need the chill right here. We need to use this Yag as cover. Reset the cap again. There you go. Reset it again. I still don't think it's going to matter. No, it probably won't. We're going to have to reload here as fast as possible. And the Yag's just probably going to cut right through our armor. Oh, come on. Get on his side. Come on. No. We got to back up. We got to make sure that the Yag He's not able to... Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! What are these games? What are these games? What are these games? This is legit, like, I must be having a nightmare. Well, there you go. Mastery! We got a Kolomanovs. Woo! 5,300 damage! Woo! Yeah. What are we watching? What are we watching, guys? This is actually like... This is cancer. All right. Yeah, let's just go into another battle. I don't know what the heck was going on with that queue there. As I said, I waited in queue, it disconnected me from server, and then I load back in and instantly am thrown into game. Just the weirdest thing ever. So, the last 2 games we've played have been absolute just brain rot. Like, complete brain rot. So, hopefully, we don't have more brain rot. But we will. Again, this is 3 a.m. teams for you. Okay. I'm going to make a Sussler decision. I don't do this normally, but I don't want to have to go all the way around. I'm going to take the sus route. Hopefully, the enemy 183 is not in the open. And really, already we're spotted. I mean, I'm not worried. We're in a spot that's covered, but still, just I get 10 feet in. I want to do it faster. Well, if we get lit up, there could be a 183 in that bush. Let's hope there isn't. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. At this point, I would suspect that we should... Oh, okay, we're good, we're good. Not a great maneuver from our IS-4, but we were able to make it across without sustaining any damage. I'm not going to focus on those players there. I'm going to push this first. See if we can get some clears into these players. Because clearing the mediums is almost a guaranteed win on any game you play. Chieftain bounces the TVP. Impressive, honestly. Alright, well, we're going to aim it on the side of his tank, and unfortunate, but doesn't matter because we track him in the process. Now they have a 183, and I don't know where the 183 is, so I'm not going to be the player to just YOLO up here, but we don't get spotted from poking that, so I wouldn't think the 183 is there. We're definitely spotted now, yeah. Okay. Don't really like this situation that we're in, to be completely real. Let's see. If our chieftain's going to go up, I'll go up and help him. As I said, I just don't know where the 183 is. And that's a serious problem. I don't think this tank has, like, any problems with its ammo rack or anything to what I'm aware about, but nobody wants to get shot by a 183. Alright, E100 shoots. Chieftain's going to capture that base. It's actually pretty close on base cap overall, so I'm not too worried about the base cap disadvantage. It's barely a disadvantage. Please don't block me for 202. Alright, good. I like how we... but our IS-4 is getting crapped on. I was going to say, I like how we've driven all the way back to spawn because of what's going on here. So, judging that the 183 hasn't been spotted yet, it would be almost just 100% that he's going to be in the back. Our grill's dead. Not surprising. I'm sorry, Chieftain. Are you like... Yeah. There you go. Okay, well... This is not looking good. Again, just not looking good. Like, why would you poke that, Chieftain? Like, well, wow. Yeah, this is looking bad. I'm gonna be honest. This is looking really bad. If our 62A was smart, he could push to A, and he probably wouldn't get spotted. Oh, and they got a full health VK-72 in the back. Well, at least we hit him. Okay, well, you know what? I take it back. Our 62A is doing fine then for where he is. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Tried my best, but, eventually we did get a loss. There's just not much you can do in these types of situations. I mean, 3K again, though. It's just all these games have been so disappointing. Oh well. We did the best we could here. Well, unfortunately, we are going to have to end a play to lose on a defeat at some point. It was just a matter of time. We had some really weird games today, and some of them really made my brain, like, fall in half. Like, the wrinkles in my brain were really, really wrinkly today. But we were able to win 6 battles in a row, which is pretty dang solid. I played one game earlier today, so you can see that here on my Blitz stars. We were able to go 71% and 4,033 damage, though, out of the 7 games I played today, which is pretty solid. I mean, 4,033 damage is really, really good. Personally, I have no complaints with the VZ. I think it is a perfectly balanced vehicle, and in a player's hands who is skilled, this is a tank that will excel. It's kind of like what I wish the 5A would have been balanced like. If the 5A had more pen, had kept its turret armor, it would have been a great tank, and unfortunately Wargaming nerfed it. So this is kind of the 5A now. It's got great dispersion, nice alpha, decent mobility, and really solid armor. So I really like the VZ. It's a super confident tank. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.